Are you wondering exactly what tools, tips, or programs can help you have success in your health goals in the short and long term? Maybe you're curious about how to get the support you need in an affordable way in the new year. Well, today on the podcast, I'm sharing 3 different tools in my toolkit that I'm offering for you to help you with all of that and more. This podcast episode is a replay of a training I did in the More Than Your Weight Women's community. And on that training, I just shared about 3 tools/programs to really help you have a healthy and successful new year. And the first is my Plan Your Healthy Year series happening for free next week in the Facebook group. The second is my food journal and habits tracker that's 20% off until the end of next week, the 17th, that will help you track, reflect, and on your progress in the new year. And then the third is something I'm really excited about that this 30-day program I haven't ran in like years, but I'm so excited to bring it back. And this is my Healthy Habits Jumpstart program to really help you jumpstart the new year with healthy habits that are solid, foundational, and will help you be successful in the new year and beyond. All right. And that is probably the most affordable way to work with me right now. So I want you to check out this episode, listen to the details on all 3 of those things, and just really jump on in and get the tools and support you need as we wrap up this year, but also enter into the new year. As I mentioned last week that this would be the last episode for a while, but actually what I'm going to do is end December, since I'm so close to 200 official episodes, just going to do an episode every Tuesday in December. And then in the beginning of the new year, you'll find out why in this episode, the beginning of the new year, I'm just going to focus on other things, but also whenever I feel inspired to do a podcast episode, I will post it here. So you're going to want to make sure you're on my email list, or you're in the Facebook group, or you're on Instagram, so that you'll know when new episodes release, but also I'll be featuring old ones in the meantime every week in my email. So definitely join my email list. And if you sign up for any of my free resources, you're on it. Hopefully you haven't unsubscribed. So that's it. I'm excited. Enjoy this episode. And then, I'll see you for the next 3 Tuesdays as we wrap up this season and and hit 200 episodes soon. And again, just jump into these resources that I'm offering and really get the support you need. All right, enjoy. You're listening to the More Than Your Weight podcast, and I am Brianna Wilkerson, your host. You know, over half my life, I really struggled with my relationship with food, my body, and myself. I was constantly finding my worth in my weight, in what I did, in how I looked, and how other people saw me. And healthy living was just about getting that affirmation. But when I started to see that my worth and my health was so much more than my weight, I found breakthrough. Yes, my body got to a weight that it really thrived at, but more so than that, I loved myself. I took care of myself and I cared for my body in the way that it needed. And I am on a mission to help other women do the same. And so through this podcast, my programs, my group, I really am on a mission to help other women find peace with food, feel confident in their bodies again, and develop healthy habits and a lifestyle that's so much more than about their weight. So I'm so excited to journey with you on this podcast where you'll find solo episodes, guest interviews, and an occasional essential oil episode from time to time. But before you leave, I want you to do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where you can unpack these episodes, get weekly trainings, monthly challenges, and a lot of support. But also be sure to hit subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because guess what? I want to make sure this podcast pops in your inbox every single week. But then if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow me there, because I show a little bit behind the scenes of my business and my own health journey. So I'm so excited that you're here. Can't wait for you to listen to this new episode. But also, again, just know that you are so much more than your weight. Your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. All right, enjoy the episode, and I hope to talk to you soon. All right, everyone. Welcome to a training here in the More Than Your Weight Women's community. I am so excited to be back doing these regular trainings. I'm not doing it on a Thursday like I normally do, but hey, I'm trying to get in here at least once a week, that even if you don't attend live or you don't know when I'm going on live, you can always check the group back in here. You can kind of make sure you have notifications so that you know you're getting notified when I go live. And obviously, if you're on my email, I tend to send the replays out there too. So I'm really excited today to kind of talk with you about my, what did I call this? My Health Success Toolkit that I am making available to you. 3 amazing resources and even programs that are really going to help you shape your 2022 year, or shape whatever, even if you're watching this and it's not 2022 or it's not the beginning of a new year, all of this still applies. The same things that we do to accomplish our goals at the beginning of the new year is the same things we need to do all year round. So it doesn't matter when you're starting. The fact is you're starting. And I just want to talk about some tools that I have that I'm offering right now next month to really support you. But a bit of housekeeping or personal updates before I get in there. So if you listen to the More Than Your Weight podcast, that podcast is going on break for a short time. I do this every now and then just to give myself space to focus on other things, because it is quite a bit of work to produce a new episode every week, but also to kind of point you guys to previous episodes that I believe are golden and I'm so good and have a lot to teach you now. So it's not just like one and done. Sometimes we need to re-listen, or sometimes you maybe haven't listened to one before. And so if you are in the Facebook group or on Instagram or even on my email list, you're going to be up to date when I'm kind of refeaturing some episodes. But also, if you follow me personally, I have separate personal profiles and Instagrams for personal stuff. I'm actually expecting my second child, which is super exciting. It's going to be different. I've had one and having a second. And so with that, I only have limited capacity going into the new year and wanting to really focus my work efforts on specific things. Obviously, coaching is still something I'm specifically working on, as well as supporting my oil customers. But I really want to, with that, there's many things that I do in my business. There's many types of contents I produce. There's many types of live trainings. There's many types of calls that I do. But at the end of the day, I really feel that I get a lot of life out of, as well as my clients and customers get more out of interacting with me, whether it's a Facebook Live or messaging in the group, but really, actually, it's through one-on-one sessions or group sessions. And so going forward in the new year, I'm going to make a lot of space to have meaningful connection with those in my group, those that are interested in the different things that I offer, and really wanting to support them in a personal, customized way. And so just to create space for that, I have to kind of cut back on some other things. And so the podcast is going on break for a time, and you'll know when I'm bringing it back. And so if you listen, I'm sorry that you're not going to get new ones, but if you're still connected with me on social or an email, you're going to get notifications of the ones that I'm trying to refeature. Plus, I'm going to be doing all these other things. I do a lot of things, but for free and for paid. So it's not necessarily like you're going to be left to dry. I'm going to be supporting you in multiple ways, right? So yes, podcast going on break, baby number 2. And yeah, I just, going forward into 2022, I went into both health coaching, life coaching, those different types of coaching I do, and essential oils to really see women transform their health, their life in all areas. And I believe I can do that both. And I've seen that I can do both through those 2 different mediums. But again, it takes a lot of connection, and I want to connect and coach and be there to support women, and just need more space on my calendar to do that. And so really excited about that. So, it is December 3rd, and many of us are thinking about the holidays. And the holidays is such a beautiful time. I love it. And I'm going to be taking some time off for Christmas and all that. But I also think December is a perfect time to start thinking about what you want your new year to look like, and what does success look like for you in your health, in your life, and all these other areas. Obviously, primarily, I do a lot of different stuff in my work and helping women in multiple areas of their life, business, career, all that. But primarily, the work that I believe and I know I'm called to do is help women have healthy bodies, healthy mindset, and really see that their worth is so much more than what the number on the scale says, but also that they can have a healthy life and a healthy body on their terms in a very customized way. And I believe that there are certain tools that I have used, and I have offered clients, nearly 6 years I've been in business officially, that have provided clients with that success, with the sustainability, with the things that they want in order to achieve the goals that they want. I think I'm freezing. No, don't freeze. Okay, connection restored. I don't know, internet decided to cut out on this, but okay. And I am offering that to you as we think about the new year. So there's 3 things that I would say that there's a lot of different tools that can help you be successful in your health, but I'm offering 3 different tools to really help you guide you in this new year to have your healthiest year yet. And to do it in such a way that is simple, sustainable, joyful, and that you can actually do. Because many of us set goals or join programs that honestly just we can't actually accomplish everything that it tells us to do, or we do it for a short time, but we didn't we didn't build up in such a way that we can't sustain it over the long term. And I'm really about you making small incremental change that when applied on a small exponential level will help your growth and your health transform exponentially. Okay. And so the first part of this Health Success Toolkit that I am really focusing on really inviting women into this particular month is my Plan Your Healthy Year challenge. I am a planner. I have a bunch of planning tools all over, and I really love helping clients make their goals simple and attainable. I did a post recently, I think it was yesterday, about how I'm even guilty as someone who believes that I can do all the things. And I had someone this week actually tell me, like, it's not that you can't do all the things, you just can't do all of them at one time. And that's true. You might have to just focus on a particular time. And now, yes, having an 18-month-old plus being pregnant again, running my own business, being involved in ministry, married, family, all that sort of stuff. What I once was able to do 2-3 years ago with my health, with my business, with my life, I'm just not able to do in the same way. Does that mean that it's not as good? Does that mean I'm not as healthy or not as productive? No, it's just different. And actually, you learn to work a lot smarter in every area of your life when you feel like you have less time. We have the same amount of time, by the way. We just our focus on where our time is invested changes. And so even with my own health, I've been having to really, the last 2 years in particular, really figure out what are the must-dos. Like, what are my daily non-negotiables or weekly or monthly non-negotiables for me to be healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, in all those cases, right? And I want to help you think that through that as well. So I'm actually doing a free 5-day series, December 13th to 17th, called Plan Your Healthy Year. And it's really just going to take you through 5 simple but powerful steps to help you think through, what do I want my new year to look like? What, and even the first step is to reflect, what did the last year, 2 years look like? And celebrate what we went well, think through what didn't go so well and why, and then think about what we want. What are our desires for the next year? And then really work on our mindset, our nutrition, and our habits and along the way. And then all that to create goals that are, long-term goals, but then working backwards to be, again, for it to be simple, sustainable, and enjoyable. All right. And so I'm going to lead you through that process. This is a free series from December 13th to 17th. I'll be going live here in the Facebook group, the More Than Your Weight Women's community, but make sure you sign up for it. That way you'll get notifications of when I go live. You get notifications if you're not on Facebook and you're watching this later, when the replays are available. And it's just better to be notified. And that's why I have an email sign up. Just put your name and email. All right. So that Plan Your Healthy Year series is December 13th to 17th, the week before Christmas. So give yourself, 20, 30 minutes each day and just really think through, watch or listen. You don't have to always watch this, by the way. You can always listen to the videos and think through, all right, what is next? Okay, what do I want? What went well? And just really give yourself the space to plan from now, because you want to enter into the holiday season knowing that you're covered. So, as a planner, as someone who loves to think ahead, I have the gift of strategy. I have the gift of focus. I just have the gift of looking forward and creating goals in the present to get me to the future. I can take a break, vacation well, when I know that when I'm coming back to work, everything's in place. Or when I come back to working on my health, I have some things set in place. I have the support set in place. It's just like when your kids are going to school, you don't decide, I'm going to find out when they're supposed to go to school, which school they're going to go to. You plan ahead. And it's the same thing you need to do with your health. I am tired of us women thinking we can just wing it. You cannot just wing it. You have to be intentional. And intentionality doesn't mean all of your time. Intentionality is just being very clear on what you want and how to get there. And it may take longer, but I'm telling you, the small steps you take will take you to where you want to be and help you stay there long term. All right. And I'm going to teach you some of that stuff in this free series. So go to madewell345.com/plan, sign up for that, share the link with a friend. The next is I launched this tool publicly about a year ago. It's called my Food Journal and Habits Tracker. And it is a 3-tab kind of Excel spreadsheet that you can print off and write on or use digitally. And it goes really well with the challenge. You can do the 5-day series and challenge and be fine. But this is a great tool where after you plan, you can actually track. You can reflect, because you're tracking like how food impacts you when you're stressed. What are you eating? Or how, when you ate dairy, how did your body really respond? Or what thoughts are you having? Are they helpful? What affirmations do you want to say? What progress do you want to make in your habits? When you can track that, you can reflect again on what went well, what didn't go so well, and what you want to change. But also you can celebrate yourself, because that's key. We're so focused on kind of what we do wrong that we never give ourselves credit for what we do right. We're waiting on other people to give us credit. Stop waiting on other people, give yourself credit. And so this tracker will really help you do that. And so I'm offering it 20% off. Like, you can get it from now, 20% off until the end of the 5-day series. So it's only $37. And I promise you, between the Plan Your Healthier Challenge and the tracker, you would be off. You have a really good toolkit to kind of go off on your own and execute. But what I found, so even though I do these free series, even though I offer like these small paid offers that I do believe are really helpful tools, I do think, and I noticed that not everyone is in a season where they have the effort, the time, or the mental stamina to do it yourself option, right? Where you can learn a little bit from me, get a tool, and go off on your own. I think there are seasons in life, in certain areas of our life, we need to get support. And it's not about we need to get support because we're weak. It's not about we need to get support because we're incapable. It's just that we need to get support because it's normal to get support. It is normal. Say that with me. It's normal to get support. We just think like we help our kids throughout our life. We help our parents, our loved ones. And then yet we suddenly believe that we have to do it all on our own. And that's crap. I'm sorry. It's not right. It's not accurate, right? We are made to be in community with one another, and we are made to support one another. All right. There's one thing I'm not scared of investing in. I'm not scared of actually investing in support for myself, whether it's support for my business, whether it's support for my child or a family, whether it's support in my own health, because I understand that, like, I know a lot and I'm capable of a lot, but I just need people, honestly, to help me make it more simple than I think it needs to be. Help me focus on what really matters for me in this season of life. And that is why I invest in coaching. That's why I invest in programs. That's why I invest in support. All right. And I know many of you, maybe you've been in my group for a while. Maybe you've listened to the podcast. Maybe you've been on calls with me. And maybe this season you do not feel like you're financially able to do my one-on-one work. And my one-on-one work is the top level tier, really involved, a high level support in a very customized way. And I believe it's one of the best things that you can get if you're ready for that. But in the last few months, I launched my 6-week Food Freedom Bootcamp, which was focused more on the mindset around health in your body and food. And I believe that a lot of women can benefit from that. And it was more of a group format. And there's a program that I ran at the very beginning of my business a few times in a group atmosphere that I believe is the perfect program to really help jumpstart your success in the new year. And so I am bringing it back. It's called my Healthy Habits Jumpstart 30-day program. And I'm really excited about this because it's been in the archive. Honestly, it's been kind of put to the side for like 3 or 4 years as I've focused more on one-on-one work and other programs. And I'm really excited to bring it back because it is the most affordable way that you can work with me right now, with like almost the same level of support. It is high level of support. You'll get coaching calls. I'll tell you what you can get, but it is just, and if you get the early bird price, it is like a steal. And I'm purposely making it that way because I want to remove any barriers. If you feel like finances are a barrier, I want to remove that for you. And I want you to have success. I want you to develop a healthy lifestyle and habits that will help you reach your goals, help you feel good in your skin, and give you the tools that you need to have success long term. And we can do that in 30 days. It's not like you're going to lose a bunch of weight and do reach all your goals or whatever you have in 30 days, but you're going to get somewhere and you're going to lay the foundation for success when it comes to your habits. All right. And this 30-day program, we're going to actually kick off January 24th, which you're like, oh, that's a while away. It's going to come quick because you're going to take a break for the holidays. Everything's going to get started and you're going to be like, wait, what? And it's a powerful program to really, and I'm just going to bring up some details here for you, but it is a powerful program to help you move past the quick fix diets that you're always tempted to, and actually you're marketed to at the beginning of the new year. Really help you break free from that, help you to love and take care of your body with simple, sustainable, healthy habits, find a way of in some of the core areas of healthy habits that I talk about, find a way of eating, exercising, managing stress, and sleeping that is simple, sustainable, and enjoyable. Have a coach and a supportive community to encourage you, and to establish healthy habits once and for all that care for your mind, body, and soul. All right. This program is I've uniquely crafted it in a way to give you a lot of tools in it, tons of tools in it actually, but also customized support. There are weekly group coaching calls where once for over the 4 weeks of the 30 days, we'll jump on together and you'll get coaching around that topic or whatever you're working on around the healthy habits that we're talking about in that program. And that coaching calls are golden. Like, you always want to prioritize them because that is the space where you can work through any limiting beliefs or mindset blocks that you have or obstacles that you see. That's where you can be celebrated and affirmed. And that's where you can really get a concrete plan on how you can move forward. There's also going to be weekly mini trainings and worksheets that are focused around the different themes or different habits that we'll talk about. And I'll talk about that in a bit. You will get the food journal and habits tracker as a gift when you sign up this program. You get a private Facebook group where you can get support from your fellow jump starters and celebrate each step of the way. And then there's a Jumpstart toolkit. I love toolkits where there's tons of resources, like 10 or 12 cheat sheets, recipe ideas, exercise and planning worksheet, fitness plans, snack ideas, trackers, and so much more to really help implement the habits that we'll be talking about. So the spaces for that are limited. And so that's why I want to talk about it from now. I was going to actually wait to talk about it, but I was like, let me just talk about it from now. And I want for you to save your spot if you want, and it starts January 24th, but I'm really trying to limit the spots and really have the women who are ready to change. And so I'm really excited about that. Here's a little bit more about what we'll cover. We're going to be covering planning, what I call grace-filled planning. So a little bit, we're doing that in the challenge, but what's interesting about the challenge is, although we're planning, this program is going to really help give you the support to implement. So we're going to talk about in week 1, when we're talking about planning, we're going to talk about actually creating those big goals and breaking them down, creating a strong why for our habits and goals, because that's what's going to drive us when the going gets tough. Then we're going to talk about nutrition, or what I call diet-free eating. Just what are the main things that we need to be thinking about when it comes to eating balanced, healthy, nutritious meals and snacks, and how can we create those in such a way that works for us in our unique life. And remember, these are the themes and the topics and the trainings, but there's there's resources for each of these in worksheets. Then exercise, joyful movement. How do we get past the roadblocks that we have around consistent exercise and work together to create an exercise routine that incorporates all the elements that we need to have a well-rounded routine. Then we're going to talk about stress and sleep, and what does that mean to take deep breaths and rest? What's causing us stress? How do we eliminate, reduce, and cope with our stressors? How do we create ideal sleep routine, not just before we go to sleep, but throughout our day, to really help us rest well at night? And then the bonus week, kind of as we're wrapping up, I'm always about mindset. Think positively. How are our beliefs and our thoughts around our health moving us forward or holding us back? All right. So those are around like 6 different habits that I usually talk about. And I usually talk about 7. And one of the bonuses for this, this program is actually the 7th, is toxic load. And toxic load is a huge part of the work that I do, particularly around essential oils, is reducing the toxins in our body to really allow our body to work the way that it should, because toxins are actually wreaking havoc in our body in many silent but not so silent ways. One of the bonuses that I have is actually a class that I've done called Create Daily Habits with Essential Oils. And actually there's essential oil products and oils that actually go with each of these areas. And so I'll just be sharing, there's going to be like a overview class, but each week I'll probably share a little bit about that. So if you choose to get this habits kit, one, I will support you with essential oils going beyond the 30 days, but you can kind of see how you can use essential oils to really come in and help you achieve your health and wellness goals. Another bonus is that you'll actually get my Healthy New Year Summit that me and my great friend Anya did at the beginning of the year, which it's just an extra resource with, like, I don't know how many people we had in it, 24 to 30 different speakers, all speaking about different areas of habits and catering them to the new year. So you'll have that as an extra resource. So whether you want to use that during our 30 days or beyond. And then there's an early bird special, right? If you choose to register by January 14th, you're going to save 25% on the overall cost, plus get a one-on-one session with me, right? So all of that, I mean, the calls, the trainings, the resources, the Facebook group support, the bonus classes and summit, all of that, early bird price is $299. That is cheaper right now than my one-on-one 90-minute intensive. And I'm making it as affordable as possible because I want as many women as obviously within a space limit can that have been wanting to get support for 30 days, right? With all of these amazing resources and with me as your coach by your side. So there is a payment plan available of $299, feels like too much, but the early bird price is the early bird price, meaning after January 14th, if you reach out on January 15th, it will go, the price goes up to $399, which you're like, that may seem, again, that may seem a little bit more for you than what you normally pay, but it is a high level, high touch program. It is not a do-it-yourself program. If you do like do-it-yourself options, do my Plan Your Healthy Year thing, buy the tracker. Like, that's a great do-it-yourself option. But I've had so many women tell me in the last 6 months that I know what I need to do, but I'm just not doing it. And it's really because it's just, there's so many stuff out there that can hold us back, whether it's our thoughts, whether it's our situation. And so with me as your coach by your side for these 30 days, you're really going to be able to figure out what you need to do to jumpstart. And actually, you're going to jumpstart. All right. And again, this is like, it literally is, I mean, if you buy the early bird price, it's less than $100 a week for all of that, which you can't always measure. I mean, it's about what you're investing in. So you're not investing in me, you're investing in yourself and your long-term health. Because although you're going to get transformation and receive that in 30 days, it's about laying the foundation for lifelong change. And that is actually priceless. So many of us know the importance of our health, particularly in the last few years, but we're just not investing in ourselves the way that we should. And so I'm bringing this program back because I really just feel like it's the right season and right time to really jumpstart and really lay those foundations. And so if that is you, if you're like, Brianna, I actually think this program is perfect for me. The details are in the notes below. You can go to madewell345.com/jumpstart details. But also book a call with me. I want to hop on the phone with everyone that's interested to just chat through specifically if you're like, there's some FAQs in there, frequently asked questions in the PDF. But I think sometimes just talking it through with someone and just like, what is best for me? These are my goals. What is best for me? Is this best for me? And I will help you. If actually we hop on the phone and I think this isn't the best fit for you, I'll tell you that. If I think something else is the best fit that I offer, I'll tell you that. And if I think someone else is the best fit, I'll tell you that. I want you to get clarity and I want you to get support. And so definitely book that clarity call if you are ready to just learn more and see if this Jumpstart program is for you. So those are my 3 success tools for you. The first one is a free 5-day challenge to help you plan your healthier yet using my 5-step plan. The second is my tracker, which is $37 right now, which will help you kind of track your progress and your goals after, that bit of planning. But the third is probably, I think, my favorite option, because you're going to be supported for over 30 days with tons of coaching resources and a group to really help you have success, lay the foundation at the beginning of the year. I'm not having it start January 1 or January 3rd because, we're all still, it's holiday mode. I'm not even helping it. But I think many of you, even though you're hearing this now and you're like, some of you are early birds, some of you are like, put me in. Some of you are like, I need some time to think about it. That's why I am giving you the option, but just know the early bird price will go away and spots may go away. So if this is even something you're remotely interested in, you're going to want to reach out, book a call so we can just chat and see if it's fit for you. All right. So those are my 3 success tools for you. I hope you grab all 3, but please reach out if you have any questions about any of this. And I'm excited to get started with all this going forward. Date-wise, remember the Plan Your Healthy Year series is December 13th. You can grab my tracker for 20% off until the 17th. And the Healthy Jumpstart program starts January 24th. All right. That's it from me. And if I'm probably going to use this as my last podcast episode, but if you're listening again on the podcast, there's so many ways to stay connected, and I'll make sure to let you guys know that as well. But definitely the Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's Community, Instagram, Madewell345. And of course, make sure you're on my email list. If you sign up for any of my free or paid things, you're usually on my email list. And that way you'll be up to date on everything. All right. Have a happy Friday. And I will talk to you all later. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you are signing up for the free Plan Your Healthy Year series, grabbing the food journal and habits tracker while it's 20% off, and hope you check out the details for my Healthy Habits Jumpstart and save your spot. On the PDF has, all the details. You can book a call with me if you have questions. Even if you just want to message me and you're like, Brie, I'm ready to jump in. So send me the link to sign up. Please do that. Spots are limited for that 30-day program. And again, it's the most affordable way to get that high-level coaching support in the new year. So please reach out, enjoy, and I will see you soon. That's a wrap. That's another episode of the More Than Your Weight podcast. I hope you're leaving encouraged and inspired and empowered to go out there and know that your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. So before you go, again, do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, the More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where there are daily posts, weekly trainings, and just a lot of support to unpack these episodes, as well as get support in your More Than Your Weight journey. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram, where I show my behind the scenes of my own health, but also just how I care for others along the way. And then make sure you subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because more women will see that, but also you'll get new episodes every single week. All right. I'll see you on the next episode and can't wait to support you more.